If you are hunting trouble, lad, you found it.
Okay, so I'm just doing this quick video to explain my absence and why exactly I haven't been making videos lately, even though I wanted to. So sorry if I slur my speech or if there's any like weird background noise because it's like really late and this isn't really done with any sort of formality like my videos usually at least have some of, right? It's just sort of me sitting around in my pajamas at like 6 a.m. talking about this stuff that pretty much nobody realistically should care about, right? So, yeah, it's just the sort of stagnation and rot of Enlisted has reached a pinnacle. All of the like past few loot and gameplay events like the versus stuff, Operation Market Garden, Italy versus Britain was terrible. It's just terrible. It's awful. Uh, the supply drop for the Japanese I think was cool, but I think you should have gotten an extra KE50 out of that. And I also think that I think you should be able to use it in BR3. I don't think it's a BR4 gun. It should also just be on the tech tree, and they should have added that in that update. This is just like my opinion, but I think other people would probably agree with me that the KE50 would be better off on the tech tree, and you like just get like I don't know an engraved version from that event or something, or like if they did add it later on, you just get an engraved specific version or something like that. Because yeah, just like squeeze it at like the beginning of BR4, and I'd be pretty happy with it because I honestly do like it a lot more than the regular KE50, KE7, I think it's called. Hold on, let me check actually. Let me get into Enlisted real quick and see. Yeah, sorry if there's any like dead space audio wise in this video. That's just gonna be like that. The icons aren't loading in the game. That's beautiful. Thank you. That's that Gaijin quality, that Gaijin seal of approval. $1 billion company, $1 billion game. Has like literally 500,000 people playing on it, and it's literally just melting at the seams. It's absolutely broken. But yeah, just give me a quick second to load back into here. And sorry if it's like awkward, and also if I like don't correct any of the stupid incorrect information I might say, because like I said, it's like 5 a.m. right now, 6 a.m. pretty much, and I'm gonna record this before I go to bed and probably post it tomorrow, right? Sort of as impromptu reasons why I don't like thing. Okay, yeah, the KE7 BR4, I think it's fine in BR4, but it should just be on the tech tree, just like probably right before the T4, like squeezed in between the KE7 and the Type 99. There should be the KE750 50 round. It should be right in between that decent stretch. Or you could even put it like where the T4 is, which is pretty much the same idea, right? Just like visually different. In tier 4, and then move the TE4 further up, sort of at the end of tier 4, visually like on the graph. And that would probably look a little bit better too. But yeah, and then the engraved Type 14, the engraved Nambu was a nothing burger, because of course it is. We're not allowed to have anything good in the game. We just get nothing burgers, and we have to eat our burger of nothing and be happy with it. You know, that's the best metaphor I can make about anything in this game. Is you have a burger of nothing, and you have to be happy with that burger of nothing, or else they're not gonna care. But yeah, the rewards for the UK versus Italy is terrible. You get a pretty cool skin, honestly, pretty cool skin with all the armor and stuff for a BR1 tank. So a tank you're not gonna use, right? Hold on, now let me check. Is this BR1? This is check that real quick. Actually, I'm not sure. because I barely use BR1 tanks. Yeah, it's a BR1 tank, right? You're not gonna use that. You're not gonna use that. Besides in maybe BR2, but also the other tank options in BR2 for Germany are so much stronger. You have literally no reason to use something that's already obsolete if you played the game for more than like a month, right? For more than like hell, for more than a week even. You're probably gonna be dipping into BR2 by that point, and you're not gonna have a purpose for it. And you get one Lewis 303, which is actually pretty cool, but it should just be on the tech tree. It should just be on the tech tree. Let me check this real quick again. The tech tree. Yeah, it just goes from the Bren Mark 1 straight to the Mark 2 and then the Browning. You could have the the uh, the Lewis gun like after the Browning 1918 in Tier 3 and BR3 still, but before the Browning 1918 Mark 3 or whatever, right? And before the Johnson. It would give like another UK machine gun because I don't think you get a UK machine gun after this point, right? Let me check. Yeah, you don't get any UK machine guns after this point, even though it sort of starts out as a UK specific tech option for allies, right? It sort of starts out like that. So yeah, I think it definitely should be the tech tree. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. But yeah, it still should definitely be in the tech tree. And the Sigrati rifle, I haven't actually tried it out at all, and I doubt I ever will because like it's a I don't feel like playing the event. It takes way too many points to get anything with it, and all of the other rewards are terrible. But yeah, it's a semi-auto in BR4, so pretty typical. But it's like, why not give you more of that? Why not give you more of them? Why not give you more of both? I think I said this in the last attempt I tried to record this, which is way more sort of all over the place. I think you should get bare minimum 3 of each gun because like this is a mass squad type of battle game. Like right? Do the developers not know the game they're developing for? Are they like completely unaware of the fact that you're gonna have like bare minimum 5 guys in a squad usually, if you've leveled them up a little bit at least. Like 5 guys in a squad, and oftentimes there's like machine gunners and things that aren't even machine gun squads, correct? That sort of thing, that type of vibe, right? We're putting down. I'm talking like an idiot right now, but I don't even care. I'm too sleepy. But but yeah, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. You should get more weapon rewards in general for how many points you expect us to put in. 9,000 battle points. I think it was 5,000 in Market Garden. In Market Garden was terrible, by the way. Oh, excuse me again. Market Garden was terrible, by the way. It had terrible balancing. The map gets super repetitive because, like, as Germany, I left my phone notifications on. But yeah, it gets super repetitive. As Germany, you just camp the buildings near the point and just pick people off as they spawn, and you pretty much win. Like 100% of the time, right? And as allies, you just go on the hard left of the side of the map, and then just sort of bleed in from there because you have plenty of space to build like all your buildings you could possibly need. You could put an AT gun across from that road and just sort of camp the points for any vehicles that come by. You can drive an AT gun behind them and just start picking their vehicles off like that if you just don't feel like using rocket launchers and wanted to pick the engineering box for some reason, right? And it's just like the actual layout of the squads too was terrible. Having all paratroopers on one team is novel, but oh my god, it's annoying. And the incredible amount of lag generated by all of those paratroopers dropping at once, all those planes in the sky, which I think they did try to patch that at least a little bit, right? The servers they were hosting the event on for the entirety of the event which is another reason I don't even want to play UK versus Italy, right? The servers they were hosting it on for the entirety of the event were awful. Were awful. It was constant lag. It was perpetual lag. You've been like you've had a sack put over your head and you've been kidnapped and taken into the lag chamber, from which you will never return. Oh, excuse me, right? The gameplay I'm pretty sure I have on screen right now as I rant about this is really laggy. I was like actively asking people in lobbies, "Hey, what's going on?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's lagging for me too. It isn't just your internet being crap or anything." It's ridiculous in the fact that this game is played by like 500,000 people, somewhere around that estimate in total, and gets so little maintenance, so little love outside of these slop microtransactions. These terrible, terrible slop microtransactions that only absolute tools and idiots buy. People wanting to spend $50 on a crappy reskin of a tech tree tank that you can get for free just by playing the game, just because it's a model ripped from War Thunder. And that's also super lazy too. That's incredibly lazy. The $50 tank bundle is probably one of the single worst things they've done. Just objectively, right? Excuse me. Objectively and optics wise, outside of just the also mega expensive microtransactions. Like nobody's gonna be spending. I don't know who does this, by the way. If you do this, stop watching my channel. Like this sounds really harsh, right? But genuinely, get off my channel. If you're one of those people who spends $40, I'm looking at it right now in the shop in the Japan section. $40 on a tank squad. That's more than the cost of some actual games. Like you can get some of the best games ever made. You can buy those games for less than that. You can go out and probably buy like a used entire retro console with like 2 or 3 games. Okay, maybe not in this market, but I remember at least when I was a kid, you could for that much, right? You can buy like an Xbox 360 with a few games for like $10 more off of eBay and have days worth of video games that you could be playing instead of spending $50, 40 or $50 on some crappy tank that you'll use once and then not like and then stop using, right? Or feel inclined to use because you spent so much money on it. And I know the whole point of this video has kind of been lost, maybe, but that is my point. Because this game is lost. This game feels lost. I don't feel a sense of direction and purpose in Enlisted at all. In the updates are just going to be more autopilot zombie garbage, just like TF2, just like CS2, just like all the other popular games that come out nowadays online. It doesn't matter how much love the community has for the game, how much the community wants it to get better and expresses that publicly or otherwise. It doesn't matter how much people spend even on the game. They could spend literally millions a year. Yeah, people do. I think even on something like TF2 even with the dwindling player numbers and the zombie updates, right? It doesn't matter how much people love it. The developers in the modern day gaming industry for online games do not care. They do not care. As soon as like I might be stretching a little bit and I don't mean to like offend people by saying this, right? But as soon as like Battlefield 6 gets this same sort of taste of initial success, it's just going to go directly into zombie mode, just like all these other games have. Because that's just what companies do. It's like hibernation, except for if you wanted to sleep in your cave of money while also having more shoveled on top of you, you just sleep and let the janitor or the houseplant make the updates for you, in both of which aren't even actual updates. It's just bare minimum maintenance. Sometimes, if we're lucky, even though there's still a ton of bugs in all of these games that come out now, absolute massive ton of bugs, a ton of hackers, which one thing I will say about Enlisted is that I've never really seen hackers besides like I think 2 or 3 times in my entire whole year's worth of playing, right? That's the one thing I will give the game is that I think they probably have some decent anti-cheat or some decent uh, anti-cheater matchmaking measurements, something like that. But yeah, it's a mess. The game's a mess. The video game industry is a mess. Nothing is getting better because the people who run it are lazy and don't want it to get better, Gabe Newell included. I think people like glaze Valve way too much when they're the progenitors of so many bad things, so many things that's wrong with the gaming industry in general. But yeah, that's just it. That's my rant. I'm not interested in doing like enlisted videos much at all from now on. I might go and do more tier list, but just for fun more than it will be education, right? And that's even if they add new stuff for me to go have fun with, right? Most factions past like BR3 are absolute deserts for content. Excuse me. Uh, Past like BR4, right? When you get into BR5, it's like a real drought for actual content and new things to do. You're all going to be using the same guns at BR5 and stuff. It's really stupid. Excuse me. It's really stupid. It's really boring. You know, I want the game to get better. I hope the developers listen to people. All of the other great YouTubers in the Enlisted community, all you guys, you know, shout out to you guys. You're out there fighting the good fight, making videos about this game for people to, you know, enjoy and be educated both. And I wish I could be one of you guys too, but I'm just genuinely not enjoying the game as much as I used to. And, you know, there's nothing to look forward in it. Nothing to look forward to in it, excuse me. And so yeah, that'll be it for this video. This is sort of like a mini update too. You know, I still am alive. I still will make videos in the future, I think. Even though I'm like focusing on my focusing on my hobbies right now. I'm starting to lose my voice. I've been talking too much. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. And I hope to see you guys next time. I am out.